Oh man, haven't done this in a while. I don't even know if I remember how to do a moto vlog. Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. My name is Sean. This is UCM Pig's moto vlog, and that's exactly what we're doing today. We are doing an old school moto vlog. I'm on my lunch break. I haven't done this in a long time. I used to do a lot of commuting vlogs. But before we get started, let me remind you to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always on my channel, if you don't feel like typing words, just leave me an emoji. Let me know you are here. I would greatly appreciate that. So I haven't done a moto vlog in a while. I've been doing other things and just trying different stuff, seeing how people react to it. And I've gotten some positive response. I've gotten a decent amount of views for a channel my size, and I think it's good to keep things fresh and mix things up and do things a little different. You know, I've said this before, I identify as a moto vlogger, but I'd like to just be known as a motorcycle content creator, just making things in relation to moto vlogs or motorcycles. Now, I have done this crazy skit thing, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that. If I'm going to continue doing it, I might continue doing it. You know, my good buddy Harley veteran biker rider, but you know, you just don't want to wear something out. I don't want to do too much of it. But today I wanted to talk about something that kind of goes hand in hand with this, and that's keeping our channels fresh and doing things different. Because, you know, I keep my ear to the ground. You know, I watch, you know, content. I'm actually part of a couple discussions on Discord and Instagram and places like that, and occasionally I listen in to a couple live streams, you know, kind of like podcasts, just listen to them. And there's a little chatter, not much, don't want to freak people out, you know, this is not like moto vlogging is dead, but just a little chatter about, you know, YouTube in general and some of the changes with YouTube as far as advertising and stuff like that. But the big thing is where's everybody going? You know, a lot of people seem to be leaving this platform. A lot of people seem to be leaving this niche of motorcycle content creating. I just got to looking at it and noticing it. I went through my list of people I subscribe to, and I started looking at a lot of channels, and the last time they posted videos, and it appears some of them have just fallen off the face of the map. Some people have announced it. They've said, you know, they're leaving, they need a break, or they just don't feel like doing it anymore. But some people just have poof, gone. And you know, I can relate to that. Every once in a while we need a break, you know. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I didn't post a video last week. I had done, you know, 2 little videos the week before, a regular video and then a little HVBR video. But I just had a lot going on in my life, and I didn't feel the need to announce it. People want to know where I'm at, they know where to find me. But I've just noticed, you know, a lot of people have been going away, and some of these discussions have been, you know, is this because of YouTube and some of the changing in their policy when it comes to advertising and more ads and the way views are calculated and the whole monetization changes. And also you hear people talk about, oh, there's just the community, the niche is just overwhelmed with people. And the response I have to that is, well, yeah, well, there's a lot of people doing this, but there's also a lot of people leaving. People find out it's really not their thing, and that's a key. You know, I've said this before, I do this because it's fun. Now, I'd be lying to say I don't want to be successful, and I don't want to see my subscriber count go up and my views go up and all that stuff. I mean, we all want a little pat on the back every once in a while to know we're doing a good job at whatever we're doing. But when something becomes not fun anymore, or becomes a job, then I would totally encourage you to go find something else to do. It's not for everybody. Not everybody can do this. But I wanted to just kind of give you my 2 cents, my opinion, my take on some of this, you know, views being down, subscribers being down. Now, this doesn't apply to everybody. Some people are doing quite well. And honestly, for a channel my size, I'm still what I consider a micro channel. I still continue to have some decent growth. I still have, in my opinion, a decent amount of views. For me, if I produce a video and I get over 100 views, I feel good. If it starts going higher than that, it's even better yet. And it's just basic math for me, percentage of my viewers versus views. And you know, if I'm in the 100, 200 range, I'm feeling pretty good at that at right around 600 subscribers. So one of the things that I think kind of lead to this is the events of the last few years, because you know, we all know what went on, you know, 21, 22, or was it 20, 21, 22, still kind of hanging around in 23. But for a while, you know, we were really limited on what we could do. We were pretty much in a lockdown. And for me personally, that kind of drove me to YouTube. I'd never really paid much attention to motorcycle content. I mean, other than, you know, install videos if I'm wanting to learn how to do something or something like that, but not really looked into it as far as entertainment. And that's when I started watching a lot of the motovlog, whatever you want to call it, motorcycle content, and got interested in it and decided to give it a shot. And I think a lot of people were like me. You know, we were starving for good entertainment, or actually we were starving for any entertainment, because you know, for three and a half years there, everything was locked down, and it affected everything. The entertainment industry, you know, they weren't producing television shows, and anytime you turned on the television, you know, it was a dumpster fire and it was depressing to watch. So for me personally, I was looking for something else to be entertained by, and that became YouTube. So now that we're kind of back to normal, for whatever that means, I think the simple answer to this is people are doing other stuff. I mean, we can go to concerts now. We've got sporting events back. We can feel comfortable gathering with our families. Entertainment, normal entertainment is back on television or Netflix or whatever streaming service you use. They are producing entertainment that's not a dumpster fire anymore. And yeah, the news is still pretty depressing, but I think most people have figured out how to take that with a grain of salt. So I think the simple answer is people are just doing other things. Just like some of these content creators that may have decided, like me, to start doing this during that time period. We no longer have the free time that we used to have. I used to have a lot of free time to, you know, record and edit and produce videos. Not very good quality. I wish I had that time now that I've learned a lot more. But, you know, I've noticed that also. Excuse me, I had to look over my shoulder. There are channels out there that, you know, used to produce, you know, multiple videos a week, and they've gone down to singles. Now, I'm not taking into consideration the time of year. I know it's winter months, and I know a lot of people in the winter months, their content slows down because of wherever they live, and I totally get that. It's just, I think people are missing that when it comes to this YouTube thing. Now, I don't have any experience of, you know, pre-pandemic YouTube, you know, but, you know, I think if you've been doing this for, you know, an extended period of time, you know, longer than the events of 21, 22, and 23, you could probably go back and look at your numbers like in 2018 and 2019 and compare them to now, and I would be interested to see how much they differ. I'm sure it's gone back to a more stable viewing and subscriber base. Now, with that said, I think a lot of people, you know, and I've talked about this before, you guys probably get tired of hearing me saying it, because it kind of makes me chuckle when I hear people say motovlogging is dead. It's not for everybody, I get that. A lot of people feel like, okay, I'm not going to do that, and I'm going to go to something else. And that's cool. That's what it's all about, you know, trying to find your creative outlet. But the bottom line is I think, you know, sometimes instead of trying to blame something on YouTube, you might want to just look in the mirror and do something like that. Maybe I need to do something else. Maybe this is not working. Maybe I'm not that good at this. And again, there's nothing wrong with saying you're not good at something. There's a lot of things that I'm not good at, and this might be one of them. I don't know. I enjoy doing it, and therefore I'm going to keep doing it. But I think a lot of people, going back to, you know, change things up, try to find that answer in live streams. And, you know, live streams are good for whatever they are. Here recently I participated, and I've been paying a lot more attention to live streams because this topic has been, you know, I've been thinking about this for a while now, at least a couple weeks. And one of the things I've noticed, if you look at a lot of these channels that now predominantly do live streams, are they much better for their viewers? Are they much better for their subscribers? Is it much better for channel growth? And I mean, I don't know the answer. I can't really look at their individual analytics, but just looking at it from the outside, I mean, I looked at like 3 channels, and I would call these all large channels. I mean, one of them is a super large channel. They're all in the thousands. So, you know, single digit thousands to double digit thousands. And on average, from what I see and what I participated in watching these live streams and just tuning in every once in a while, usually there's about maybe 20 people on average in the side chat. For a channel with a couple thousand subscribers, to have 20 people watching that video as it unfolds, I don't know if those are good numbers. It's less than 1%, way less than 1% of your viewers. And then I go back and look after a couple weeks and see how they've done. You know, do people go back and watch these live streams? I do that from time to time. There's a couple I'll listen to, like in a podcast format, when I'm driving or whatever. But maybe 120, 200 views. And, you know, they're at, you know, 20,000 subscribers, and they've got content out there in a long form that's only got about 150, 200 views. So again, I could argue, is it not doing any better than a motovlog video? I don't know. But again, I'm not knocking that if that's what you enjoy doing. It's a great way to interact with your viewers. It's a great way to get instant gratification. It's a great way to, and again, I want to be careful here because I know I'm going to probably offend some people or get some people's panties in a wad. It's a great way to skirt coattails and to be a fanboy because you're there. You're that guy. And we've all heard that. Oh, go check out so-and-so because they're a great guy. Hey, I like great people just as much as the next people, but are they a good content creator? Am I going to want to watch their content? So it's just my thought process. I'll be really interested to hear what your thought process is or what you think about this. Do you think it's because of the tool? Do you think it's because of YouTube and the way they're changing things? Or do you think there's other factors? I think it all has something to do with it. I'm sure the YouTube thing has a little bit to do with it. But I would be really interested for some of you that may have been doing this a lot longer than me, that have some pre-scaredemic numbers, to go back and compare how your channel's doing right now, that things are starting to go back to normal, to how it was doing back before all this craziness. So that's it for this week. Kind of just a random motovlog. Like I said, I haven't done this in a while, and I really enjoy motovlogging. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I hope you have a fantastic weekend coming up. And until we talk again, you guys be careful. You guys be safe. Always keep your shiny side up, and we'll talk to you next time.